Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Trichologist Lisa Akbari, and as you know, I am your hair doctor. And I was a little late coming on. I was like, oh, it's 3 minutes after. Get in there, get in there. So I'm here now, and it's actually 4 minutes after this moment, but I'm here, and we're going to talk about the book. The Black Woman's Guide to Beautiful. How are you guys doing? Are you hot in your part of the world? If you are, say I'm hot out here. And that's a big deal. We're going to talk about that a little bit because being warm does affect our fro. But the beautiful thing is, it's okay because we can do a frizzy fro or we can do a define fro, whatever we want to do. So I'm here today and we're going to talk about the book. And you see my little makeshift, because I'm keeping it real, bookmark. Where are we? What did we talk about last week? Oh my, I'm excited about this show because we're going to talk about hair products. We're going to talk about hair products and beauty salons. Yay! We may not get to anything past hair products, but we're going to do that first. We talked about styling your new growth, and we talked about transitioning a little bit last week, and we had a really great show. So thank you guys for tuning in. But today we're going to talk about hair care products and beauty salon visits and beauty salons in general. So call your girlfriends, tune in, and tell them, hey, if you missed the show, it's going to be archived, but try to tune in. All right. So in the Black Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair, one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure, let me move over just a little bit. I wanted to make sure that I just kind of hit on the areas that I know are important to you. This is a part of our cyber reading, and we're in week 19. Wow. So we've been at this a little while. And I'm so excited about it because everyone is learning. I'm getting some great emails, some great feedback, and everyone's learning about their hair and their scalp and how to really take care of it. So this part of the book is going to be exciting to me because everyone has questions about hair products. And I'm just going to kind of try to clear up a couple of things for you. Now, just a disclaimer, and just to let you know, I'm not going to talk about ingredients. I'm not going to talk, if I hit a little bit on it, but not much. I'm not going to talk about brand names, but I am going to open my chat room for you to ask some questions. But mostly I want you to do your research. Based on what I give you, the information I give you, I want you to be able to go out there and decide which product you want, whether it's my product or another line, because you know what I say always. I don't want to fix what's not broken. So if you have your favorite line of hair products, you like those hair products, I'm not trying to get you to change your hair products. So remember that. Okay? All right. So here we are, and there it is. We're going to talk about hair products. Hair products with every hair situation, with every decision, with every problem or concern. You must first look and see if this is your products and the basic things are addressed. So in other words, your basic care, support, or style those issues, or if they're becoming an issue, if there's an issue, it's addressed. Because if you don't, you're going to have problems later on. I have first looked and see, I have first looked and see if this is a basic hair care issue or a style issue. Let me reread. You have to first look and see if when you're using a hair product and you're choosing one, are you choosing a product? Let's rephrase that. In order to correct a style problem, I don't like how my hair looks. Or you're choosing a product to correct or address a care product. My hair is not healthy, it's breaking, it's dull. Or you're choosing it to correct a support issue. And what that means is, am I trying to support my style, my hair, my moisture levels are corrected when I condition, but then it dries back out. So where do I need to support? My care or my hair looks good when I first style it, or it frizzes later? Is it support? Does my care factor, and those are three areas we look at. That means how healthy my hair is, or my style factor, how my hair looks, or my support, do I need to support those two? So we're going to get into that today. But before we do, as you know, I always do things to my hair because I want you to know that it's really easy to make your hair look the way you want it to look without any fuss. So I always start with my hair pulled back. So we're going to sit our book down, and then we're going to go back to this. So you have time to tell your friends and tell them, hey, what we're about to do. So of course I have my little headband on. And this is one of my older ones. I got to show y'all this. And see my hair. I got to show y'all because I didn't put a lot of product on. I just kind of stuck everything up there. So here's one of my older ones, the ones that stretched out. Well, what I love about that, this is one of my wider ones. And see, it's kind of really stretched out. But it also allows me to show you the fabric. See that fabric? It's nylon. And again, let's go to here because it's kind of pulling away. It's nylon. It's ribbon. It stretches out, but this one is stretched quite a bit. This is Old Trusty, good one. This is the one I've had for a while. And these are hand done, so they don't last a long time, but the fabric is very friendly and your scalp has our scalp can breathe because the air holes that are there, not the little ones, but they're very good air holes. You see that little puff here? So not a perfect ponytail today. And of course I have my little scrunchie. Ooh, that feels good. And so I'm going to let everything down. And of course, this is one of the best ways to twist out. And I'm going to do a little shape. And what I like to do when I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do I want to wear my hair? Or really what I want to show you guys today, the day that I'm doing this, I always try to do something that really follows my hair. Like when I take it out of my scrunchie, what is it trying to do on its own? If you can follow your hair a little bit, that's really a good thing. So what I'm going to do is kind of pack down my fro. We're always trying to stretch out our fro. See if our fro is big and we want to do something that's more compact. Remember the years ago, we used to pat our fro in? We're going to do our fro and pat it into styles. And that's the beautiful thing about our natural hair. We can do so much with it. So I want to go to my ears. So the way you get to, see how I lift? Way you get to make that fro sit up above your ears for a certain style. You take your fingers, you start at the back, and you take your entire hand and you lift. And what you're doing is, you just watch, you're taking your finger and you smoothing your hair over your ear. So as much of this hair from the back, because you got one section, and you smoothen the other side over your ear. And so this is, see how I'm doing that? And I'm lifting that. So it sits up there above your ear. So it looks like your hair is that length. In the back, you want to kind of fluff it a little bit so that you make sure you don't have that part down the middle over the ear. And if you want to do a bobby pin, you can, but you should stay. And then we're going to bring it, because I want to do like an angle bob with my fro. And this is a good way to know if you want to have your hair cut this way as well. So then we've got here, we're pulling forward, and we're just, let me turn to the angle so you can see this. Okay. I'm bringing the same with this side, bringing it down. And I'm just kind of letting it flow. And you can take a clip and you can clip your hair here, or you can just kind of do what we call French lacing. That's where you're just separating the curls so they kind of sit on top of each other. You have that nice angle. You pat everything in, and you start to push it forward because you know what look you're wanting. Okay, so I'm pushing it forward. Then you can wear your high collar, which you know I love. You're bringing this down on one side, bringing this up on another side, so you kind of keep creating a C shape. You're making sure you're right above the eyebrows, so your eyebrows, long day, is showing. So now you've got one side up, and then you're bringing this. There we go, a little more light there. And here you are, and you've got a nice pat, kind of a conservative look. Let's see if we can get our light for some reason is. You see I'm closer, and you can see what I'm doing here. So now I've got this fro that was pushed out, and you can go close as you want. Just press in, hold, press in, hold, let go, press in, hold, and then you take this, you bring it in. So now you've got a hairstyle, and if you go closer, you can clip here. So it's totally different, and you can see from the side and from the opposite side. It's like a perfectly round fro. Cute. What do you think? Cute, cute. Scoot back a little bit so you can see. Okay. Now, another style. You can take it, go behind your ear, the opposite direction, bring it under the earring, behind the ear, opposite direction. So you still got it tucked around your ears. So you opened your face up a little more. You can bring this up, make it higher in the crown, front area. Bringing the sides in. It depends on your head shape for this one, because this is not the best one for my head shape. So I'm going to be honest with you. You can get it high up in the crown and the top of the head. And you can bring it back, everything behind the ears. Remember that old school 70s? It was really kind of cute. You have the high flat top or high top fro. So here you go. And then you can bring it forward, which is going to be more comfortable for me. 70s all over, right, guys? Look at some of those pictures of the 70s. You'll see us doing this exact thing. So this is what we used to do years ago. We would pat our fro in. So we could make our fro do whatever we wanted our fro to do, because you'd have that pat, pat, pat. So the reason I'm doing all this is to show you the flexibility in your fro. So here we are. We could just shake, shake, shake. Come back. And we have our whimsical look, which is my favorite. And here we go. So now that you guys are logging in and I've finished playing with my hair, again, proving how versatile our hair is and how we can move our hair around, and we're not just stuck with one style for the day. I'm going to scoot my stool up a little bit. So now you get to get my whole face in the camera. Wonderful. Here we go. And we're going to talk about hair products today. And my chat line is open. So if you have a chat question or something for me, you're welcome to chat with me. And I'll answer your question. But I think products are crucial. And remember, before I started playing with my hair and showing you some different things you can do with your hair. And if you missed it, you can go back and it's going to be archived. I talked about the 3 areas you need to think about when you are purchasing a product, or when you're thinking about a product that's going to work for your natural hair or for your relaxed hair for that matter, or permanent wave hair. You have to think about care. That's your first factor or concern. And care is the health of my hair. How healthy is my hair? How am I caring for my hair in this whole process? Then we have to look at style. Style is the next factor. We want to look at how I'm styling my hair, how I want my hair to look, what's going to give me the most versatility with my hair. And then we look at support. How am I going to support my hairstyle? How am I going to support my care factor? How healthy my hair is. So those are the 3. If you address all three of those, then when you start working with your hair and you start trying to change your hairstyle and you start trying to do various things, even obtain length, prevent itchy scalp, all the things we've talked about in this book, then that will be addressed. In some of my studies, basically what I found, oh, I think I dropped my little, okay. I have found in my studies that you can stay more focused and have more success in dealing with any hair situation if you understand the important factors: care, support, style. Basic care. Let's talk about care right now. In your care factor or your care program, when you're choosing, we're talking about choosing hair products. In your basic care program, you're going to have, these are things you have to address. How you care for your hair is your basic foundation. How you care for your scalp is your basic foundation. How healthy your hair and scalp is. You cannot have a head of hair to grow, in other words, emerge from your scalp as it should, obtain length, get longer, without dealing with the care of your hair and scalp. It's going to be crucial. So how I basically care for my hair and scalp and the health of my hair and scalp is the foundation. Without a good hair care program, cleansing and conditioning program, you're going to have a problem. So the two things we're going to address here is cleaning our hair and scalp, conditioning our hair and scalp. This will prevent you from having hair and scalp problems. I get tons of emails on why is my scalp so dry? Why is my hair breaking? My hair is thinning. All these things. You got to address the basic things with your hair and scalp. So it will only be a matter of time before all the walls, and let me just say this. This is what it's like. Before I say that, what I was about to say, I was kind of getting ahead of myself. If you have a beautiful room and that room has wallpaper, the walls are up, the ceiling is there, the paint is there, you got border or whatever faux finishing, whatever you're going to do. Then you look down and there's no floor. What's going to happen? Eventually the walls are going to fall over. So that's what, when you have a beautiful hairstyle, if you have a beautiful hairstyle and you don't have care, the proper care for your hair and scalp, eventually your hair is going to start breaking and you're going to start having problems. So that's why it's so important to deal with this first factor, which is the basic care. There are two key things you have to keep in mind. And I want to read from this so that I don't get off track. I want to keep them covering my face. So let's do it this way. Okay. There are two key steps in caring for your hair. First, we have to cleanse, and second, your hair and scalp. And then second, we have to condition. There are three types of products that I recommend in your care. One, you have to have the proper shampoo. Two, you have to have the proper conditioning. And three, you have to have the proper leave-in conditioner. The basic need of healthy hair and scalp is cleanliness. A clean scalp will resist a variety of disorders, while clean hair will enable your conditioners to work properly. So you have to clean your scalp and you have to clean your hair. Okay. What you need are two things with your hair after it's clean. You need protein for strength and moisture to balance. Now, many of you may say I'm protein sensitive. It's not that you're protein sensitive, it's just that you're out of balance. If you're not out of balance, then you're going to have strong, hydrated hair. So you need protein and moisture. So your conditioners must have protein and moisture in them. Okay, so the protein will provide the conditioner with that strength, and the moisture will provide the softness. A healthy appearance of life to the hair, because hair is just dead keratinized cells. So you got life, shake, shake, shake. And then you have the body. That's what we want our fro to do. Yeah, we want to do some things that twist down and protective styles, but we also want the body. Now, a leave-in conditioner, one I use on my website called Hair Vitamin, will maintain the physical condition of the cuticle or outer layers of your strand. A good leave-in conditioner still should have protein and still should have moisture, so it should be able to hydrate and strengthen. But basically what it's doing is protecting the hair strand. The other, let's go to style. Style. Your choice of style and image is basically what you want to project to the world. The way you look. The basic foundation of your style is with many people. They want to stop the frizzing. They want to stop it from being out of control. They don't want it to be limp. They want it to look better. They want the style to stretch out. They want to have that stretch to the hair. They want to have, if they wear a strong shrunken fro, they want to make sure it's soft. So those are things. There are two types of products in styling that I recommend. Now, when styling, if you have natural hair, you're going to look to styling products in your moisture line. And you can look to products like setting lotions as well. But if relaxed hair, you're going to look at two things, a hairspray or a setting lotion. But these products have to be clean. They have to go into the hair, do what you need them to do, and in other words, style, and then they have to rinse clean. You want to stay away from gels. You want to stay away from mousse. You want to stay away from cones, products that you want to stay away from those waxy products. You want to stay away from products that will not be clean because eventually it will cause a buildup and it will block your conditioning. So that's really, really important. Also, you want to take a look at what supports your hair. So you have moisturizers and oils. Moisturizer and oil, you want to make sure with a moisturizer, the goal of your moisturizer is to raise your moisture levels. The goal of your oils is to seal in the moisture and to give you shine. It's really simple. So care, clean, condition. You want protein and moisture, strong and hydrated hair. Style, the way your hair looks. You want good setting lotions or moisturizers. I have one called Naturally Textured on my website that gives you a texturized look. For natural hair, for relaxed hair, sculptor set. For natural hair, sculptor set. Some women want to have a hold with their relaxed hair, sculptor mist. Then you have support. Support is crucial. It'll guarantee you that your style looks good all the time, and it'll guarantee you that your hair is healthy because it supports both your care as well as your style. And that's your daily. You can use support products on a daily basis. You're not necessarily shampooing daily. You're not necessarily deep conditioning daily. You're not putting setting lotions or hairsprays daily necessarily, but you can use support products. So you want to keep a shine and nice soft hair. Not fly away and frizzy soft, but nice soft hair. So those are really, it's simplistic. There's the small things that can make a major difference because many times I get patients to come in and they want to know why my scalp is itching. They want to know why my hair is breaking. Your support and your care and your style, there's somewhere in there that's off balance. And when it's off balance, then you begin to notice the itchy scalp, the flaky scalp, the dry hair, the dull hair, the breakage, the lack of style retention, not having body, even to natural hair. You should have body and movement. Those things happen when you don't have a good foundation. Today we're talking about hair products, and we're not trying to change what you use. I'm going to go to see if I have something on my chat line while I'm kind of talking about this a little bit. We're not trying to change what you use. I'm trying to help you to understand how important it is for you to have options in dealing with your hair. In other words, if you have hair that is frizzing, that's dry, if you have an itchy scalp, if you, whatever is going on with you, let's make sure this is the one. Okay, great. Your hair and scalp, we need to make sure. Change what you use. I'm trying to help. Here we go. We need to make sure that you have an opportunity to slice everything up. You have an opportunity to say, okay, is this an issue with how my hair looks? Is this an issue with how my hair feels? Is it an issue with how my daily? So we need to Hone in on that, determine that. That way you can determine the products that you're using and what you need to use. Now I'm over here with my chat. I don't see anybody asking any questions yet. If you have any questions for me, my chat line and chat room is open. Make sure that you do. I'm going to slide this up here. And the minute I see a chat, I will address it. Okay, so that's where we are with hair products. Do we have any questions? Now, I want to spend a little bit of time on beauty salon visits. Wow. But you know what? I'm going to make this blog a little bit shorter today and we're about 30 minutes in, so I have another minute or so because I was actually came on 2 minutes late. So I'm going to take another minute, and then next week, I'm going to take another minute to review a couple of things. Next week on our blog, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about beauty salons and hair care professionals. All right, so make sure you tune in. I want you to manage your salon visits. Are you managing those? For those of you who go into the salon, are we salon dependent? I want to address that as well. How do we choose a professional? How do we stay assertive? What are some of the things we will accept in a salon visit and we will not accept? You have to have a list. And we will be at the end of our book. That's our last part. So next week, which is week 20, we're going to end our Black Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair cyber reading, and we're going to move into our Every Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair cyber reading, which I'm really excited about. So you can tell your friends, your sisters, your white sisters, we did something for the girls, for the sisters, but now we're going to do for all sisters. And in that cyber reading, after we finish next week, we're going to talk about hair loss a whole lot more. We're going to talk about all the things we can do to prevent hair loss. We're going to talk about split ends, to trim or not to trim. That is the question. And I think and the other thing, we're going to talk about that coming up on my show. You know, I have a talk show that's on every Sunday in addition to my blog, and it's a live radio talk show. And that during that talk show, I talk to you about different topics. And next week, this Sunday coming up, I'm going to talk to you about split ends and to trim or not to trim. That is the question. What's the benefits? And that's on my Ask the Hair Doctor. And that's it. This Sunday and every Sunday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on WDIA radio, or you can go to iHeart. You can get your iHeart app, download it so you can hear from anywhere in the world. So you won't have to miss it, even though you're not local, because it's on iHeart radio. So it makes it an international show, which I'm really excited about. And so I'm so happy to be there with him. And I'll be there for a year. I've done, I think, 10 or 11 shows already. So we got a little while. So tell your friends. And then we're just going to continue our blog and we'll do our cyber reading. If you have any questions for me, you can email me, lisa@lisaakbari.com. That's LISA@LISAAKBARI.com. So 2 A's right in there in the middle. And yeah, and you guys, I know you tuned in. We talked about hair products. You have time, since I'm only doing 30 minutes, to once I end, that you can start this over. And then you have an opportunity to hear ask your questions, or you can hear what I said. Someone said, here's a question, right as we go off. We'll take this one question. Is it bad to retwist my hair every night before bed? Actually, no, it's not bad. Number one, you want to put your support in your care products. Like you want to put a leave-in conditioner on, and you want to choose a moisturizer. If you have extremely dry hair, you want to use an oil to seal in your moisture. Putting the leave-in conditioner is going to give you some elasticity so that when you twist, you're not going to pull too much and break it. Number two, you don't want to twist your hairline. So you're going to take your entire hairline, smooth it away, And then you're going to twist everything behind the hairline. And then you smooth down your hairline with your moisturizer, and then you tie it down. There's something called dressing the hair for bed, and I totally believe in it. I dress my hair for bed every night, even though I wear a frizzy fro, because what I don't want is for my hair to lay against my head and do this. And when I'm sleeping, or if I got a bonnet on, it's going to cause friction on my hairline. And then all night while I'm tossing and turning, or I'm sleeping in one spot, it just sticks to my head. And then I get up and I have to try to detangle. If you put your leave-in products on and then you twist your hair, you won't have to detangle, because all you're going to do is take a little bit of oil and reverse the twist. Just don't twist your hairline. Okay? All right. So that was our question. Thank you for that one question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sign out and let you have a chance to look at the video and look at all the things that I said about hair products. Thank you so much. This is a short one today, but next week we're going to talk about some great things. I'm excited about that. We're going to talk about beauty salon visits, how important they are. And on my show on Sunday, we're going to talk about split ends. So thanks so much, guys. I love you. To God be the glory. You know who I serve. And I'll see you next Tuesday for another Ask the Hair Doctor blog and our cyber reading. And then I'll see you on Sunday for my Ask the Hair Doctor talk show, radio talk show. Have a blessed, wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon.